You're listening to That Home Loan Hub. I'm Zibuni Solimova, here to make home loans and property investing simple, smart and stress-free. Let's get you closer to your property dreams. If you are curious about what the interest rate's doing right now, listen up. Hello, Kunch.
Kia ora.
Interest rates,
Yes.
home loans.
Hot topic, interest rates.
All right. So a few weeks ago or months ago, we've recorded a podcast where we were talking about how the interest rates are on the rise.
Yes.
And then, surprisingly,
Then they changed again.
yeah, so the 3-year rates have dropped,
Yep.
which is really cool. So for some of my clients that when it fits them, I say, look, just lock it away, 4.99. You can't get better than that. Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so interest rates, they went up, I think, in December and early Jan. And then we obviously had the OCR last month on the 18th, I think, of Feb or something like that. And then one of our long-term rates, the 3-year, came down. But I also think the 6 months came down as well at the same time. So it's kind of like forever changing, and it's like the quickest change I've seen in a wee while as well. How about you?
Yeah, so I was just thinking that if there was ever a time where people were doubting whether they should speak to a financial advisor, a mortgage advisor, this is the time.
Yeah.
Because when we sit down with you, 6 months may look good, but is it actually the best rate for you?
Yeah. Is it what is in your plan sort of thing?
Yeah.
Do you get the whole text, hey, Zibani, so what do you think I should fix for?
Oh, constantly.
But it's like, sorry, but we haven't seen your full financial position. We haven't spoken to you.
Yeah.
We can't give you advice on just you going, which one should I select?
And it's really interesting because the banks are now getting very, very digital these days, right?
Yeah.
So all they're doing is pushing out rates to our clients, going, hey, you can fix online. Here's the rate. Just press the button.
Yeah.
But people are not getting the advice.
Yeah.
And that really bugs me because from one side, I'm like, yeah, I get it. The banks are trying to do the best thing for clients. You know, they're offering all this rates. But there should be a button of get in touch with your mortgage advisor.
Yeah. Like I've seen so many times where we've been approached and then you're like,
Why did you
why
do that?
did you do that? Like, pretty much, like, oh, why did you do that? Now we've got to break it out, restructure it or things like that. And a lot of the answers I've gotten is, oh, we panicked.
Yeah.
We panicked because the rates were going up and then we thought, well, let's lock it in for long term, but you're now sitting at, mid 6s to 7s because you panicked, because you didn't have that conversation with an advisor.
Well, I'll give you an example because people love stories, right? I was catching up with this client yesterday and initially they did their finances 6 months ago. And at that point they were saying, look, we'll probably sell a house. So I said, cool, 6 months is the rate to go. So we fixed it for 6 months. 6 months down the track, we're now sitting down last night and they're going, oh, actually now we want to buy a house and we want to do renovations and not buy a house, buy a business. We want to buy a business and we want to do this. Should we still be fixing for 6 months? I'm like, well, probably in that case, no, because if you're not going to be selling that house now, I would suggest fix for longer. And especially if you're going to be running a new business, because when you're running a new business, you want stability.
You don't know what the turnover is going to be.
Yeah. And at least you want stability in those repayments that you already have. So fixing something for 3 years will give you 3 years to build your business, to get the turnover, to get everything under wraps. So then 3 years later, you can be refixing for whatever term. But if you only fix for 6 months, and let's say, God forbid, this war breaks out even further, and now the rates are looking at 8%, how are you going to manage your business and really high mortgage repayments?
Right?
You can't. I love it. Right? So I suggest for those that are contemplating life, they should really be reaching out to their financial advisor.
Definitely reach out to us.
Because what was right for you when you first took out a mortgage may not be the right strategy 6 months down the track.
Well, look how quick that changed for that person in 6 months,
Yeah, they went from, hey, we will sell it and we'll just buy investment property to, hey, we're going to keep it and we're going to buy a business instead.
Yeah.
So absolutely, for those that are listening and you get this push notification from the bank saying, here are the rates, click a button, don't do that. Again, another story, a couple of nights ago, I spent an hour explaining to one of our clients how the revolving credit facility works.
Yep.
You know, and how they've got all this money that's sitting there and that can offset their mortgage.
Yeah.
Again, 6 months ago, that wasn't the right thing for them because 6 months ago, that money that they had sitting in their savings was earmarked for taxes, GST, new car, whatever. So having a revolving mortgage 6 months ago was not right. 6 months later, they've got all these extra funds again, and they're not going to use those funds. So now we can do a revolving credit for them. Again, the situation can change. You know, we are here for you through all the ebbs and flows. And I think sometimes people think, well, they come to us, they got the house, see you later. Not at all.
No, we're here for life. That's what I tell everyone. Like, I'm holding your hand through this journey. Like, we're on this journey together.
For the next 30 years of your
For
mortgage.
the next 30 years of the mortgage, or forever, how long I'm still around or alive.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I've got story number 3 for you because I'm full of stories today. Again, another client of mine, we've helped them last year to get their first home. It was almost impossible to get them across the line. We got them across the line. And then he fallen off the radar. I bumped into him last week because I was helping his parents to buy a house. And it was a massive mission to help his parents. And this client of mine goes, you didn't get in touch with me for my refix. And I said, I'm so sorry. It's just been such a busy week because I've been actually helping your parents. This whole week I've been helping your parents to get across the line. And that was a massive deal.
Yeah.
And if we didn't get your parents across the line, then, you know, your parents would have missed out on the house. Because that's all right. I went to another firm and I was like, what? How could you go to another firm? He went to another firm and these people promised him to do X, Y, Z. And he thought, wow, this is great. And then they didn't do that. So
That's what happens when you cheat on us too.
I know, that's exactly what I said. So I was like, dude, I helped you last year. You know, we went to heaven and hell together, and then you just
And you cheated on me?
and you cheated on me, and you forgot about just because I didn't get in touch with you about the refix. I got hurt.
Yeah.
I got really wounded in that moment, especially sitting right next to his parents. That you and I know how hard we fought for that couple to get them across the line for that house that they wanted. And I was like, what would you rather have? Me dropping the ball on your parents and, you know, letting them lose that house, or me dropping the ball on you? And to be honest, I know we shouldn't be dropping the balls at all, but I've got this new theory of rubber ball and a glass ball. Do you know that theory?
No, go.
Okay. So everything in life that we have, you know, it can be divided into the rubber ball and the glass ball. For instance, if you didn't do the dishes, if you didn't pick up whatever, you know, it's a rubber ball.
Yeah, 'cause
you
it
drop the
bounced
ball,
back.
it will bounce back. No one died. But there are glass balls.
Yes.
If you
And
drop
it'll
that,
smash. Yeah, got
that
it.
shatters,
Yeah.
right? So when I was looking at him sitting next to his mom, I was like, you're a rubber ball. You know,
You're a rubber ball.
I'm sorry, mate, but, you know, if I drop the ball on you, I can live with that.
Yeah.
If I drop the ball on his parents, that would shatter.
Yeah.
That would shatter my heart because, for one, that was the dream home for them. There was something of high importance to them that will let them continue to run their business, to run their lives, give them better quality in life. So dropping the ball on the refix, I get it, not good enough, Zibuniso, you should do better. But sometimes you hope people will just come back to you.
Yeah, and I think that's what we need to remind everyone as well, is that we're only human and we can take on so much of a load, right? We need you guys to be a little bit more proactive, and I call it adulting a little bit more, and just reach out to us, because what happens is you get that push alert on your app and things like that 30 or 60 days out. That's your reminder to actually contact us as well, because we, as I said, are juggling glass balls and rubber balls.
We're firefighters,
Yeah.
right? There's constantly a fire that's burning
Yeah.
and we're constantly putting out
So
fires.
just I guess a little bit of adulting would be, please reach out to us when you
Yeah.
have your refix, because we're only human.
And the thing is, like, he knows the moment he reached out to me, I was there, I was talking to him, I was giving him advice, you know, I was making sure that happens and that gets refixed at that time, at that point of life. That other company let him down. And
So
so,
what happens when you start cheating on us?
and he could see the difference, you know, in service that he received from us versus them.
Yeah.
So for me, I just feel like sometimes it would be nice for people to just give us a chance to come always come back to us. The door is always open. Come back to us. We'll always respond. We'll always go. But when there's so many balls in the air, we want to make sure the glass balls don't get dropped, and the rubber bands will be looked.
Rubber ball.
A rubber ball. They will be looked after as well. Yeah. So this is your friendly reminder that we're here for you.
Just reach out to us, please.
Just reach out to us. And look, it doesn't cost you anything.
No.
It's free.
It's all free.
It's all free.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Reach out.
Thank you so much. Hopefully this episode was of value. Remember to share, subscribe, follow, whatever you need to do. Because we are getting now thousands and thousands of downloads, which is incredible. Like, we're growing exponentially and would love more support. So thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
And that's a wrap on That Home Loan Hub. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join me next time for more property tips and tricks. Your next smart move starts here.